Now then people, it's Joe or Leeds TV. How are we all doing? It's your Monday night football time. I know it's Wednesday, not ideal, had stuff going on, but listen, we're still going to have the same content. It's Monday night football on a Wednesday. I'm going to go through your comments. I felt before some of the videos have gone on a bit long, so what I've done is just picked a few of the comments that I want to discuss, the ones that I want to get my teeth into. So everyone who's commented, thank you very much. You know, we love the support. On the back of that, obviously, we check the analytics all the time on the video, and we find that, you know, quite a lot of you watch the videos, but tend not to be subscribed to the channel. So if you haven't got a YouTube account, set one up. It's really easy. Just need an email as per, email and password, and get yourself subscribed. It's, you know, we love the support. And if you have got a YouTube account and you're not already subscribed, then make sure you do. But yeah, we've had some great content these last couple of days, obviously. Ramblings has come out with another player topic, this time Janssen, so give that a watch. He did Alioski the week before. This time it was Janssen after his Colossus performance. Give that a watch, it's some really good content. And then we also had the post-match review with it from the Besotted team, which Oscar did, which was really good. Different setting, it was pretty cool, so give that a watch. And there's some a knowledgeable guy, I think it's Dean from Besotted, so make sure you give that a watch. And thanks again, and much love for the support. And also, yeah, what we want you to do, guys, if you can, we're going to send out some tweets, some stuff on Facebook later on in the week, but what we want is some questions. Basically, with it being the other international break, what we're going to do is another Skype call between the team, between myself, Oscar and Ramblings. We'll discuss the season so far, what's happened, you know, in the last month and a half, and then we're going to ask for some of your comments as well. So if you want to comment on this video, then do so, and you want to get it discussed on the Skype call that we're looking to get done on Saturday, then get them in. But as I say, look out for the tweets and the stuff on social media, and if you give us a reply to them, we'll get them answered. But yeah, what I'm going to do, as I say, is just go through some of your comments. I have just come on the back of just listening to the guys Talking Shut and LS11 podcast with Ryan from the Pigeons. Give them a listen as well, good as always. Like I say, the Talking Shut guys had Simon Grayson on this time, which is always good. He's an absolute club legend. So like I say, give them a watch. It's some good content there. So just jumping straight into the comments then. So I'm going to begin with Joseph Tiffany. So Joseph says he feels robbed and sick of refs being consistently shit in the Championship. It's cost us 3 points, and Janssen was right to dig the referee. I think we all agree with that. I don't know if it cost us 3 points, because I think if you take away their penalty, then it's a 1-0 win, but I thought Brentford were the better side for me. But yeah, Janssen was right to dig the referee, and I think that's why we all love him so, you know what I mean? It was quality what he did say. But basically what Joseph Tiffany goes on to say is, but to come out with a point and have 1 loss in 12 is fantastic. You know, we're third in the league, totally agree. And considering the teams we've played, and I agree with that sentiment. If you look at last year, it's a lot better calibre of opponent this time around, and now we have some winnable fixtures coming up, starting with Blackburn. Goes on to say, I think how many players we have to come back, we will be in the top 2, 100%. Did you see the headbutt on Alioski? It's a joke. 100% it was ruthless. Like I said, I didn't see all this sort of stuff in my post-match, you know, review, because I wanted to get it out as soon as possible after I got home from the game. But the headbutt by Conor is a disgrace, and hopefully some retrospective action will be taken. Because I'm telling you, if it was a Leeds player, and I keep coming back to that, we'd definitely face action. And I know the Talking Shut guys have said if Janssen's to face action, what they're looking at doing is setting up a crowdfunding page for us to pay for any fines, and then Janssen to then match that and give that to charity, which I think is a great idea. So watch this space, and let's get on board with that if it does come out. But yeah, Joseph, good comments. Ben McCaffrey, your next one. So he says he agrees with everything. Janssen was almost defending for the back line at points. Yeah, we all said Janssen was absolutely unreal, and I think Cooper didn't have the best of games, and I'm not getting on Cooper's back because I really like Cooper. I think sometimes he's a scapegoat, much like KP, but yeah. So, but he even Ayling had a poor first half, really bad. So, and obviously with the loss of Douglas, Janssen was just a brick wall on his own. You know, he was absolutely immense. He goes on to say it's a good point, and like you said, possibly a full squad by Blackburn, bar Bamford. Cannot wait to see Hernandez and Roof back in the shirt. Honestly, I can't wait either. You know, Tyler Robertson's done a good job, but he's a young lad. He's learning his trade, and I fully expect him to come out of the side. From listening to the Talking Shut podcast this morning, they reckon on that Roof might start the under-23s game due on Friday, so watch this space. Make sure we keep a watchful eye on that, because as I say, if he plays, you know, it's more than likely they're bringing him up to speed to start against Blackburn. You've then got Pablo's just been immense. I think based on Alioski's recent performance, I think Harrison comes out, because someone does go on to say he has gone missing a little bit these last few games after the Preston game, really, as Harrison, so we'll see. I have been an advocate for Harrison staying in and Hernandez coming in for Alioski, but listen, things change, you know what I mean? We are fickle as football fans, as they say. Basically, he says, but when Roof and Bamford return, what happens to Roberts? Does he continue to play up front with very minimal game time? No doubt he'll be given plenty more game time from now until the return of Bamford. Or does he go back to playing out wide like he did before the injuries? I don't think he's as effective out wide, much like Roof. Roof, you know, it's taken us a while to realise that he is that number 9 that we crave, and he has played out wide, and I just think, like Roberts, is very much like Roof. I just think we just take our time with Roberts, because for the amount we paid for him at 2.5 and his age, he's going to be an absolute steal, believe that. He goes on to say he's been really impressed with him, but he obviously does not dislodge Roof from the team, 100%, and I think, you know, I've seen a few bits where saying, and I think it was on Twitter where I'd seen that Roof, apparently Premier League clubs are interested in him. I've not seen that, but I think Roof's going to sign a new deal anyway, and rightly so. He deserves one, probably based on what Bamford's on compared to Roof's, probably a massive jump, to be fair, because, you know, Roof came in the Chilino era, so rightly so, he deserves a new deal for me. Stephen Surtees says, quite literally the worst refereeing I've seen in years. They were better than us until they scored, but after that we savaged them. And what do you think of Alioski at left back? Think that could be his position. Was great playing there, so gutted we only got a point. It's time Football League took retrospective action against divers. 100%. I think in Scotland actually. I think Phil Hay tweeted out, I'm not too sure, or I might have seen it on Facebook, but on one of the groups, a player, I think it might have been at Livingston, I'm not sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but a player has been done retrospectively for, you know, coercing the ref into a penalty and affecting the game. So it has happened. Will it happen in ours? No, it won't. You know, we're Leeds United, it definitely won't. But going on to Alioski, yeah, I think you make a good point. I think it's evident at left back, with the game in front of him, he sees a better picture, hence why he's probably offside so much playing on that left wing. Because he's used to being behind the attackers, if that makes sense, so he can see the picture. And some of his ball and his dead ball delivery to Janssen was unreal. And I think maybe there is a case in point for him to play there. And I think I've got sneaky suspicion that Douglas ain't going to be back for Blackburn, so I think he may play there. And obviously Ayling's out, so for me I'd put Shackleton there. I know a lot's been said, you know, Berardi, you never know, Berardi might go there, but I think Shackleton may. I know he's a defensive midfielder, but for me he's a bit small in that position. That's just my opinion. And I think when he did play at right back, I forget which game it was, but he assisted, I think it was at Swansea. I'm not too sure, but he played really well at right back, so I'd like to see Shackleton there. It concerns me that Pearce didn't get a look in, and I think based on Alioski's performance at left back on that game, I think we might see Alioski at left back if Douglas isn't back, and Hernandez in there, or Harrison, and put Hernandez on the right. That's what I'd like to see, because I think Alioski affected the game. But as for, you know, the future, he's not going to play left back, unfortunately, because like I say, we've got a much better left back in Douglas, and that's why I think Alioski come January may be expendable. Good squad player, but I think we might, you know, look to invest there. And just on the January transfer window, I came out on Twitter and said, please stop with the rumours. I suppose I'm discussing it now, so I need to, you know, listen to my own advice. But I think I'm just discussing possibilities, not actually coming out with stuff. I know Binky had said before on Talking Shut that someone said, what, we had 50 mil, or what would you do with 50 mil? And then others have said, oh, we're going to get 3 Premier League players. I've seen a post about that. It's too early to be even discussing that. Doma Harrison has been our worst player for the last few games. We desperately need Pablo back. So yeah, I touched on Harrison earlier on. Since that Preston game, he has been a bit ineffective. Played really well against Borough, which we were surprised about. Not saying that he didn't have it in his locker, but against such a tough opposition, I thought he played really well. So yeah, I think now, based on Alioski's recent performance as well, as I say, eating a bit of humble pie, I think he probably does come out for Pablo, provided Pablo's ready for Blackburn. So guys, the next comment is Tiger Steel. So basically he's saying, seeing as Ayling is out for Blackburn, I want to see Alioski at right back. I don't think we'll see that, mate. I think it's a good shout, seeing as, you know, Alioski played well at left back. I think you're more likely to see him there. I don't think he'd be as effective as right back. But in Bielsa we trust. If he made that decision, more than happy to go along with that. And then also Tiger Steel says, hiya Joe, or any of the other cast, I would like to get your opinion on this. Apparently we are going to have a huge January transfer window as Bielsa wants more squad players. I'm not too sure on that, because I think he's pretty evident on having a small squad. But I do feel that if we are in and around where we are at the moment come January, then Rads will 100% invest. Claudio says, nice flag, cheers buddy. Wonder if that is the Claudio. Harry Burns, obviously I'd said Harry Dodds in the last video, but he came to see me at the Peacock. So thank you Harry Burns for the support. So CJ Wood says, great review as always. Janssen was immense today, and we definitely wouldn't have got that point today without the performance he put in. Yeah, the ref was stinking, but it didn't mask the fact we weren't at the races today, especially in the first half. And I think that's been quite evident in a few games where we've not really been at the races, but look, we've only lost one game. He says, got to give Alioski credit. He looked more assured at left back, and his delivery was a lot better from a deeper position. And I think you're right, he gets to see the game a lot more, and that's probably why he's offside as much. He goes on to say, I've been holding off from saying this for a while, but I don't think Saiz has stepped up since the injury to Hernandez and not been as productive as I'd like. I think a lot of us agree with that. I think a lot of it is due to the fact that because Pablo isn't on there, he's our main outlet, he's our main playmaker, and a lot of people are crowding him out. When Pablo's back in the team, hopefully that will change. But I do think we need to see more goals from him. I agree with you there, especially last season he was all over the shop. You know, and there was loads of times he hit post, crossbar, scored goals. This time he hasn't scored a goal and hasn't got that many assists, if I'm honest, but he's integral to the play. So I do think once Pablo's in there, it gives people another option to cover, you know, so then either one finds more space than the other, and it works both ways. But he goes on to say, good battling point when we're not firing on all cylinders. Can't wait for the next match when we'll have these players back in the squad. He says, great channel marching on together. Thank you for that, CJ. Make sure you tune in to the other guys' videos as well, which you probably will. But I can't wait for Blackburn away either, mate. I think, you know, we've got some real quality to look forward to coming back. And I'm really excited by that. Like I say, it's been a tough few months. But, you know, we're out of that other side now. And listen, if the injuries, you know, if Douglas is back, Pablo, Roof, and if that's all we've got to contend with for the rest of the season, then I'll be happy. I think we will pick up more injuries. But listen, Izzy Brown and Bamford are going to be back come January. And they're going to be like brand new signings. I suppose Izzy Brown still will be a new signing, but yeah. But thanks very much for your comments as always, guys. It's been a pleasure. I love replying to them. Make sure you get some sent in for us to answer for the Skype call. Make sure you tune in to the channel, you know, as always. Just thanks very much for your support. Much love as always. Marching on together. Leeds, Leeds, Leeds. My thing's gone. Tasha, you'll have to edit this bit, love. Oh, you absolute weapon. What's happened? Oh, that's so disappointing. I thought I was subscribing to my own channel there. What the fuck's going on? I'm just gonna find the next comment, Tash, and then I'll jump in.